Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so White House has a petition out. This is on whitehouse.org, I imagine. This is their White House petition site. This is the one, if it gets like, I forget the number, like 150,000 votes, that they actually have to respond to it and pretty much do what it calls for, unless it's something very, very weird. If you remember, there was one a while back probably about 2-3 years now, that said if, for Obama and the Defense Department to build a Death Star, and it actually received the right amount of votes. Oddly enough, I think that was fixed, but anyways, and Obama responded and said it's not fiscal because it would be like a $14 septillion planet destroyer, and nobody we would know in space would probably appreciate it. So I have here something. This is coming from ABC News. White House petition calling for Trump's arrest. And what this is and what this isn't, folks, is a lot of controversy. Now, I want to do good by myself and put this up, but unfortunately my internet has frozen. They are definitely cutting into my line today. There's a lot about different things. So what I did recently was I just took my internet offline altogether. The petition filed through the White House is We the People petition process prompted a White House response by obtaining 100,000 signatures in 30 days, so it did actually do that. The petition had 101,491 signatures on Monday. So no doubt that's probably due to government systems fudging the numbers, folks. I guarantee you all these have the algorithms in the background, and nobody's going to receive the rights to go in and actually look at who's who and what's what and find out that half of them were so fraudulent, people were just entering names just to get names on the books. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this is actually true. And I don't like this, but you know what? It's a petition site. This is what it's for. And basically, this is what it did. They met their criteria to have the White House respond to it. And out of the 100,000 signatures they needed, they actually had 101,491 signatures on Monday afternoon. Though the White House does not specify which terms of participation were violated by the petition, the terms listed on the White House website state that the petition cannot expressly urge the support or opposition of candidates for elected office. So that's actually quite good. And it's not the best, but at least the White House did respond. The petition alleges that Trump has been inciting violent acts among his supporters and incites legal precedent to justify his arrest and procedure on the basis of 1969 Supreme Court case Brandenburg v. Ohio. The case determined that the government can punish inflammatory speech if and only if it is likely to cause immediate lawless action. So I'll show you this in a second. This is also the same one, similarly enough, that I believe pretty much allows police to push you into violent situations so they have precedent to arrest you and basically beat the shit out of you and probably kill you. So it works on a double standard there. This is why they have all these school shooters and shit. They have provocateurs spinning their heads. No doubt they have the the psychiatry or psychology rays going 24/7, with all sorts of shit. They have what was the one thing they showed? The heart attack guns. So they have like guns that make you spin out of control and all sorts of shit. So we know those sorts of things have to exist at some point. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, going back to the premise here, there is a White House petition calling for Trump's arrest. And although I believe in free speech, and I completely believe that given its nature of signatures, it was an inside job inside the White House, probably a staff member's cousin or sister, and then they went in the background and flooded it with all sorts of names, on one of their servers, or gave someone permission to do it, or however their government services work like that. So this is actually quite interesting, but this just shows you where it's going, folks. Thank you.